Welcome back, everyone. It's Jennifer Britton, and I want to welcome you back to day two of our Spark to Scale and Impact Challenge. Really excited, and I hope that you enjoyed doing some work, field work overnight, back outside, bringing nature in, because today's focus is all about creating the shape of what you want to have as your next step. So maybe you're here because you want to write a book. Maybe you want to be designing a new group or team coaching program, or maybe you want to amplify your message. In fact, I was surprised yesterday in the exercises that we did together that amplifying my message is actually the one that I'm focusing on. So, regardless of which pathway, we're going to be building on to our creative exercises yesterday. Hopefully, you have a journal, notebook, are following along. And my hope is that you'll just take a moment right now to take a look at what you created. So, I'm going to start our timer just for a minute, and that'll give us an opportunity to see what we actually looked at, what we actually came up with. Take a minute and enjoy. All right. So, day two is all about shape. And I've got a couple of exercises. Hopefully, you've got a little bit more clarity on the message or messages you want to communicate. You can go back or you can just keep moving forward with us. And so, this whole framework I first presented last month in the month of July really is a five-part framework for us to think about how we want to be getting inspiration. So yesterday was really about getting that inspiration, getting that insight, and thinking about what do our clients want? We did a little piece yesterday about who your client is. So I want you to continue building on to your empathy map or your avatar map. Today is all about shape. So taking those kernels of an idea and really thinking about the format or the shape of what this can look like. So, what format fits your idea right now? What do people want? Is it a book? Is it a blog post? Is it a live call? Is it a deck? Is it a journal? Is it a workbook? We're going to be doing some really, really fun work today, getting you to think further about the shape of this initial kernel of an idea. My guess is that as you go through this, the sparks that you created yesterday are going to get even clearer. So let us dive into today's creative exercise. And we're going to start with yet another prompt. Here we have a lot of different shapes. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to pick a shape and to sketch it out. Today, we've got a number of different prompting questions to get you further down the pathway, but I want to give you first this 2 minutes for you to pick a prompt, and we'll be working with that for the next couple of minutes. So as you pick the prompt, draw it out, put it on your page, because we'll be diving deeper into it. Now, as you look at this image, I want you to identify what are the 3 to 5 words that describe this image. What do you notice in terms of the adjectives and energy of this image? And with whatever you've chosen, this is a unique image for you. We're going to be working with this with a number of different questions. And again, I want to invite you to follow along. So we're going to start with the first question. We'll do a minute on each. What do you notice about the shape or shapes that exist within this image? And as you look at that image, what's available? What's available to you? What's available to others? Next question. What's not present in this image? What is not present? And as you think about what's not present, what's important about that? Does anything need to be added? Again, going to your image, who will use this? Who is going to use this? The product? Who is going to use whatever you've chosen? And as you think about your project, what's the connect with your project that you're working on between this image and your project? Again, going back to your image, what do they find valuable about this container, this shape that you've chosen? And from whatever you've chosen, is there some notion of frequency or cadence? Is there some notion of how often you might be doing this or using it? What's the frequency and cadence? All right, so we've been looking at this image. I'm going to go back to the images again because maybe now there's something a little bit different that you haven't seen. What's important about this image as you think about your pathway for this project, whether it is working on a group program, whether it's writing a book, whether it's creating or amplifying your message. As you lean in now, what is the new message that you get about this exercise and this container as it relates to your project? Right. So let's keep going. And we had our questions for the day. Now I want you to think about your actual pathway. You've done your mind mapping. Maybe you go back to the mind mapping. What is the connection between this entity and what you are wanting to work on this week? I'm going to give you 2 minutes to make this connection between the basket, the plate, the container, and the mind map. So maybe you go on, you add some mind mapping. Maybe you create a new mind map. I'm going to give us 2 minutes to actually start thinking more about the shape of your project. What is the new layer that you're recognizing from this exercise today? Get detailed. All right. So today really has been about this shape, and shapes can take many, many different colors, different sizes. You're going to have some field work today thinking about what's the signature container for your next idea. That might have become clear in this exercise. It still might not have become clear. The container, if you're doing the work around the message, is it a video? Is it a series of daily videos? Is there a color palette? What do people want? Is there something that you're going to unwrap? I would like you, actually, before we even get into our final piece of today, to take a look at this image and think about for the next 90 seconds, what is the implications or applications of all of these packages with your project ideas? What's possible? What do you notice? All right. So we're going to get to our actual sparker of the day. I'm going to go into my little box here. And we did the yellow set of the dice yesterday. We're going to do two different pieces in our wrap up today. And as you're probably noticing, these are taking about 30 minutes. I've got the 90-day guide for success cards. So let's see. Hopefully the wind is not too much for you in the backdrop. I'm going to open up the 90-day guide for success cards. These cover day 30 through 61, and I'm going to just randomly pick card number 41. A problem is a chance for you to do your best. Duke Ellington. Day 41 is all about problem solving. So I think this is a great prompt, actually, to think about what is the problem you're solving in your program. Now, that's a very different frame. And I have to say, part of the messaging coming out for me is that I want it to be strengths based. But if I'm looking at it as a problem, it may be just the flip side. It may be a contrast. So, what is the problem that you're solving or the opportunity that you're leaning into? Let's take another 90 seconds to get you to articulate with your book, with your work, with your program? What is the problem you're solving or the opportunity that you're creating for people to explore with you? Again, link it back to that transformation, where they are, where they want to be. What is the problem of the journey? Enjoy. All right. So hopefully that was valuable for you to think about it. And again, maybe it's going to shape your conversations, the work, etc. I've got now our green set of the reconnecting workspaces. We'll leave our session today with three dice. And the three dice are this one. Okay, so it's like going through the maze, actually going to the card. And it is for day 33, getting unstuck. Day 33, getting unstuck. The next one is this one here. Okay. And that's project management. Project management. And the final one, looking again to the handy card, is networking. Okay, so we have getting unstuck, project management, networking. I'm going to leave us a minute 30 to actually come up with what is important about these three areas as it relates to your work right now. All right, so today we looked at shape. I hope that the metaphor of the day is going to influence or infuse your continued focus and work. The field work for today is to really think about what it is. Let me stop this timer. What it is that's going to move your project forward. I would, in fact, encourage you to take 10 minutes today to really think about, with this imprint, what tactically are you going to be adding to your plan? Part of what we want to leave the week with is a 90-day plan for execution. Now, if you're going to be writing or creating content, amplifying your message, that might mean, as I found today, it's not just going to be about writing, but it's about identifying podcasts that I might be able to speak on. If you're creating and on the pathway of creating a program, maybe at this point you're ready to move into creating the field work or identifying maybe the downloads that you want people to engage with or the peer conversations. If you are looking at writing a book, maybe the container insights have given you an idea around chapters. So after today, and our recording here, I'd invite you to take 10 minutes, keep on working because tomorrow we're back for another step on the Spark to Impact journey. So, with that, have a great day. And I hope that if you haven't checked out the Monday live call where we got a little bit more into details and practicalities, that you can check that out. So, have a great day, everyone. We'll see you back here tomorrow.